What if you could tap into the wisdom of those who've lived through it all and transform your life forever? Imagine having access to the life-changing lessons that older generations have learned. Lessons that could reshape the way you think, act, and approach your life today. Do you ever wish you could skip the mistakes and struggles and go straight to living a fulfilled, balanced life? Well, you're not alone. Older individuals often look back on their lives and realize that the greatest lessons came not from success, but from their struggles, their failures, and the wisdom they gained along the way. In today's video, we're diving into the life-changing advice shared by older people. The kind of advice that, once you learn it, will never leave you the same. These aren't just cliches or feel-good quotes. They are powerful, actionable lessons that can help you live a richer, more meaningful life. And stick around until the end, because I'll share the one lesson that completely changed my perspective. And it could change yours too. Trust me, you won't want to miss it. If you're ready to become the best version of yourself and start living with purpose, make sure to hit that subscribe button for more wisdom and advice you won't want to miss. Let's get started. As we grow older, one of the most common reflections from those who've lived long and full lives is the realization that no amount of money can buy back good health. It's something they learned the hard way. After years of neglecting their bodies, they finally understand that without health, wealth doesn't matter. You can't enjoy the fruits of your labor if you're too sick or fatigued to do anything with them. Take my friend George, for instance. In his younger years, George worked tirelessly to build his business, always putting in long hours, chasing bigger deals, and accumulating wealth. But as he reached his 60s, he realized that the stress from overwork, the poor diet and lack of physical activity had taken a serious toll on his body. He ended up with chronic back pain and fatigue, and the money he had earned couldn't fix it. That's when he made a life-changing decision. He chose to prioritize his health over his next business deal. It wasn't easy, but over time, with consistent effort, daily walks, healthier eating habits, and stress management, he started to regain his vitality. Now, he says he's richer than ever, not in terms of his bank account, but in his energy and quality of life. Health isn't just about being physically fit. It's about maintaining balance in both mind and body. Your physical health gives you the energy to do the things you love, while your mental health allows you to enjoy those moments fully. The two are inseparable. For example, regular exercise doesn't just keep your body strong. It also reduces stress, boosts your mood, and sharpens your mind. And mentally, practicing mindfulness and focusing on stress relief can help prevent burnout, anxiety, and even chronic illnesses. You don't need to spend hours at the gym or follow a complicated diet plan to stay healthy. Start with small changes, like taking a brisk walk for 20 minutes each day. Walking has been shown to improve heart health, boost your mood, and keep your joints mobile. Or try adding more fruits and vegetables to your meals and reducing processed foods. Even small dietary changes can reduce your risk of chronic illnesses and improve overall well-being. Mentally, you don't need to meditate for hours a day to reap the benefits. Just 5 minutes of deep breathing, journaling, or a quick stretch in the morning can make a world of difference. Aging isn't just about how long you live, but how well you live. And as older people often remind us, the key to longevity isn't simply adding years to your life, but adding life to your years. At the end of the day, true wealth isn't just about how much you've accumulated in your bank account or what possessions you've amassed. It's about your health, how well you can enjoy your life and the experiences that come with it. When you're healthy, you're in the best position to enjoy the fruits of your labor, pursue your passions, and live a life that feels truly fulfilling. Older individuals often share a profound lesson when it comes to time. Time is the one thing you can never get back. As people age, they realize that no amount of money or material success can make up for time lost. It's a theme that runs deep in the reflections of those who've lived a long life. They wish they had spent more time with loved ones, pursued their passions, or simply enjoyed the moment instead of constantly chasing the next achievement. As you get older, you begin to notice how quickly time slips away. You start realizing that the hours spent on things that don't truly matter, the endless grind for success, the hours lost to distractions, could have been better spent on experiences that would truly enrich your life. My grandmother used to say that the only thing that grows faster over the years is regret. She often told us that when we're young, we think we have all the time in the world to do everything. But as you age, you begin to see that time is not unlimited, and those precious moments spent with family, friends, or doing something you love are irreplaceable. You don't need to wait until you're older to realize the importance of time. The key is to spend it wisely, in ways that bring you joy and fulfillment. Start by prioritizing the relationships that matter most to you. We get so caught up in work and obligations that we often neglect quality time with our loved ones. Whether it's a phone call to a friend or a weekend visit to family, make those connections a priority. Next, think about how you can incorporate more of your passions into your daily routine. Time spent pursuing things you love, not just work or duties, adds value to your life. This doesn't mean you need to drop everything and quit your job. It's about carving out small pockets of time each day to nurture your hobbies or interests. Ask yourself, how am I spending my time right now? Is there an area of my life where I could be more present, more intentional? Time is fleeting, and it's up to you to make the most of it, whether it's building stronger relationships, following a passion, or simply living in the moment. Older individuals often attribute their happiness and peace of mind to one powerful practice: gratitude. As people age, they begin to recognize that the secret to true contentment lies not in what they don't have, but in what they do have. The more they focused on appreciating the present moment and the blessings in their life, the more their sense of fulfillment grew. As people get older, they start to realize that focusing on what you lack, whether it's money, status, or possessions, only breeds dissatisfaction. On the other hand, the more you focus on the things you're thankful for, the richer your life becomes, regardless of how much material wealth you've accumulated. I remember a conversation I had with my friend Anne, who's in her late 70s. She told me that her happiest days were not when she was earning the most or achieving career success, but the moments when she was truly present with her family, savoring a quiet evening or enjoying a simple walk in nature. Anne believes that gratitude has kept her peaceful and content, especially during difficult times. She made a habit of reminding herself every day what she was grateful for, no matter how small. This mindset, she said, has brought more joy into her life than anything else. One of the easiest and most powerful ways to start practicing gratitude is by keeping a gratitude journal. Each day, write down 3 things you're thankful for. It could be something simple like a warm cup of coffee, a good conversation with a friend, or the beauty of a sunset. This simple practice helps shift your focus from scarcity to abundance, making you more aware of the positives in your life. If journaling isn't your thing, you can also try pausing for a moment each day, maybe in the morning or before bed, and reflect on what you're grateful for. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and think about the blessings you have. Even in challenging times, this shift in perspective can create a sense of peace and contentment. Gratitude isn't just a habit, it's a way of life. The more you practice it, the more you begin to see the world in a different light. It turns what you have into enough, and that's when true happiness begins. As people age, one of the most common sources of inner turmoil is regret. Older individuals often reflect on their past and wish they had made different choices, whether in relationships, career paths, or life decisions. However, many also share the wisdom that regret, if not released, can prevent you from fully embracing the present and the future. As we get older, it's easy to get stuck in what could have been. Regret can weigh heavily on your heart, clouding your ability to move forward. But here's the truth: holding on to regret only keeps you tethered to the past. Older generations often remind us that the key to peace is learning from those mistakes, but not letting them define your life moving forward. I know someone, Tom, who spent decades regretting not spending more time with his children when they were young. He worked long hours, always thinking he had time to make up for it later. But when his kids were grown, he realized he had missed their formative years. For a long time, this haunted him. However, as he grew older, Tom began to shift his mindset. Instead of dwelling on the lost time, he focused on the lessons he had learned about what truly matters, being present. He started making the most of the time he had left with his family, rebuilding relationships, and creating new memories. Over time, he found peace in accepting that the past couldn't be changed, but the future could still be shaped. The first step is to acknowledge that regret is a natural part of life. It's human to feel regret for decisions you've made, especially when you wish you had done things differently. But the key is to shift your focus from what if to what now. Ask yourself, what have I learned from this experience? What can I do now to make a positive change? The moment you start seeing your regrets as lessons, you begin to take the power away from the past and give it back to yourself. Letting go of regret is not just about accepting the past, it's also about forgiveness. If you're holding on to resentment, whether it's toward yourself or others, it's time to let go. Forgiveness doesn't mean forgetting, it means freeing yourself from the burden of anger and bitterness. The longer you hold on to that weight, the harder it is to move forward. One of the most freeing things you can do is forgive yourself. It's okay to acknowledge your mistakes, but you can't let them define you. Make peace with the choices you've made and recognize that each decision, good or bad, has led you to where you are today. And when it comes to others, sometimes the best thing you can do is release the need for them to apologize or make things right. Forgiving others isn't for them, it's for you. Remember, letting go of regret doesn't mean you're forgetting your past. It means you're choosing to create a future that's free from its hold. You deserve peace, and that peace starts with releasing what you can't change. Older individuals often share a powerful truth. Change is inevitable and necessary for personal growth. While it can be uncomfortable, embracing uncertainty can lead to unexpected and rewarding opportunities. Many older people have learned that the ability to adapt rather than resist change is a key factor in living a fulfilling life. As we age, we realize that nothing stays the same. Not our health, not our circumstances, and not our environment. The sooner we accept that change is part of the journey, the easier it becomes to thrive despite it. Take my friend Betty, for instance. She retired a few years ago after a long career, and at first she struggled with the loss of routine and purpose. But instead of fighting the change, Betty embraced it. She took up painting, something she'd always wanted to do but never had the time for. Not only did she discover a new passion, but she also found a new community of friends who shared her interest. What initially seemed like an uncertain and difficult transition became one of the most fulfilling chapters of her life. When facing change, try to shift your focus from what you're losing to what you're gaining. Yes, change can be challenging, whether it's moving to a new place, adjusting to a new lifestyle, or dealing with health changes, but it's also an opportunity to learn, grow, and explore new possibilities. To make change easier, try maintaining a positive mindset. Look for opportunities in the uncertainty. Also, stay open to new experiences, whether it's a new hobby, meeting new people, or exploring new places. Embracing change isn't about avoiding discomfort. It's about finding the strength to move forward, even when things feel uncertain. Remember, the ability to adapt is one of the greatest skills you can have at any age. It allows you to live a richer, more fulfilling life no matter what changes come your way. Older generations often emphasize that relationships are the most important aspect of life, with quality far outweighing quantity. As people age, they realize that true happiness and fulfillment come from the bonds they share with others, whether family, friends, or romantic partners. When you're young, you think success is about what you accomplish. But as you grow older, you realize it's the people around you, the ones who love and support you, that matter most. Take my grandfather, for example. He always said that while his career was important, the real joy in his life came from spending time with his children and grandchildren. It wasn't about the number of people he knew, it was about the deep connections he had with those he loved. To build strong, meaningful relationships, focus on spending quality time with the people who truly matter. Express appreciation regularly, whether through a simple thank you or a thoughtful gesture. And when conflicts arise, don't shy away from resolving them. Healthy relationships are built on communication and mutual respect. Take a moment to reflect on your relationships. Are there people in your life you could be more present with? Are there unresolved issues that need addressing? Investing in meaningful connections will bring you more joy than any material achievement. Older generations often stress the importance of living authentically, being true to oneself. Over the years, many come to realize that happiness doesn't come from meeting others' expectations, but from accepting and embracing who you truly are. As you get older, you stop caring about pleasing everyone. You realize that true freedom and happiness come from being yourself, without pretending to be someone you're not. I remember a time when I tried so hard to meet others' expectations, both in my career and personal life. It wasn't until I finally let go of that pressure and started following my own passion, creating content for people like you, that I felt truly fulfilled. Living authentically brought me a sense of peace I'd never experienced before. To live authentically, start by setting boundaries. Don't let others dictate how you should live your life. Follow your passions and make decisions based on what feels right for you, not what others think you should do. Speak your truth, whether it's in your relationships or career, and trust that being yourself is enough. Ask yourself, are you living in alignment with your true self, or are you still trying to meet others' expectations? The freedom that comes from embracing who you really are is transformative. As people grow older, many find that giving back to others, whether through charity, mentorship, or simply being there for loved ones, becomes one of the most fulfilling aspects of life. Older generations often emphasize that helping others not only creates a positive impact on their communities, but also enhances their own life satisfaction. The older you get, the more you realize that the joy of giving far outweighs receiving. Helping others brings a sense of purpose that money or success never can. Take, for example, my neighbor George, who spends his weekends volunteering at the local food bank. He told me that while he initially started volunteering to make a difference in the lives of others, he soon discovered that it brought him a deep sense of joy and fulfillment. The connections he's made, the gratitude he's received, and the sense of giving have been far more rewarding than any material possession. Altruism benefits both the giver and the receiver. When you help someone, whether it's lending a hand or simply listening, it creates a bond and can even improve your own well-being. Studies have shown that giving back can reduce stress, increase happiness, and boost feelings of purpose and connection. If you're looking for ways to give back, there are many simple things you can do. Volunteer your time at a local shelter or food bank, help a neighbor with groceries, or donate to a cause you care about. It doesn't have to be a grand gesture. Even small acts of kindness can make a significant impact. The real reward of giving back is knowing you've made a difference in someone's life. It creates a sense of purpose and joy that can't be found in material success. Plus, the relationships and connections you build through acts of kindness will stay with you far longer than anything else. One of the most valuable pieces of advice that older generations share is that learning never stops. Whether it's picking up a new skill, reading a book, or simply staying curious, the pursuit of knowledge is a lifelong journey that keeps the mind sharp and life richer. Older people often speak of how learning not only helps them stay engaged with the world, but also brings a sense of accomplishment and joy. No matter how old you are, there's always something new to learn. The moment you stop learning is the moment you stop growing. I know a woman named Clara, who in her 70s decided to learn how to play the piano. At first, she was intimidated by the idea of starting something so new, but she pushed through. Not only did she develop a new skill, but it also brought her joy and a new sense of achievement. Clara told me that learning kept her mind sharp and gave her a renewed sense of purpose. Lifelong learning not only stimulates your brain, but also opens doors to new experiences and perspectives. It keeps you mentally active, improves problem-solving skills, and boosts self-esteem. Whether it's learning about a topic you've always been curious about or exploring a new hobby, it's never too late to start. You don't need to go back to school to learn. There are plenty of ways to keep your mind engaged. Try an online course in something that interests you. Pick up a new hobby like knitting or photography, or join a local club to learn from others. Don't forget the power of reading. Books, articles, and even podcasts can expand your knowledge and keep you curious about the world. And remember, it's okay to make mistakes along the way. In fact, mistakes are a sign that you're trying something new. The most important thing is to stay curious and embrace the journey of learning, because it's never too late to grow. As we wrap up today's video, the most important life lesson to remember is don't take life too seriously. The older generations often remind us that laughter, love, and living in the moment are some of the best ways to stay young at heart. Life is unpredictable, and while it's important to work hard and strive for success, it's equally essential to enjoy the journey, appreciate the little things, and embrace joy and humor along the way. As we get older, we learn that it's not the big achievements that matter most. It's the moments of laughter with loved ones, the simple pleasures, and the ability to find humor in life's ups and downs. Stay light-hearted and don't let life's challenges weigh you down. Today, we learned some invaluable life lessons from those who've lived it. Prioritize your health, cherish relationships, embrace change, and never stop learning. But most importantly, remember to have fun, laugh often, and enjoy the ride. If you found these tips helpful, give this video a like and share it with someone who might need this advice. Leave a comment below telling us which life lesson resonated with you the most. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more content on how to live a fulfilling and meaningful life, no matter your age.